is reproduction. Okay, it's a process where a living organism gives birth to an offspring that are similar to them. Okay, that are similar to them. What are the two main types of reproduction?
Asexual and sexual.
Sexual and asexual. Okay, good. Next question. What is fertilization?
So the process in which the process in which male gamete fused with female gamete to produce zygote is called fertilization.
Fertilization. Very good. What are the two types of fertilization?
External fertilization and internal fertilization.
Very good. Okay. Last question. What do you mean by metamorphosis?
So metamorphosis.
Mhm.
The life cycle of an organism is called metamorphosis.
So it will mean that we also go through metamorphosis.
Mm,
If
like
you were to
kinda
simply say
yes.
no,
No.
no, we don't go. Humans don't go through metamorphosis. Chakrika, can you answer this?
Yes, sir. Humans do not go through metamorphosis because metamorphosis is when the young ones look different since their birth and at each period of time. For example, frogs. First, they are in the form of eggs, and then tadpoles, and then they turn into adult frogs.
Mm.
So basically, it's the major change and physical change in their body.
Exactly. Okay, na. So here it's a process by which an animal, by which an organism will be developing through, where their body will go through a phase of transformation. At different stages, they will be looking different. Okay, na. So many change there will be structural changes taking place in their body at different span of their life. Okay, talking about metamorphosis in frog, as particularly explained. So first, like the female frogs would be laying the eggs. Okay, and when those eggs are fertilized, so then tadpole forms. After tadpole, froglet is formed. Like this is egg. From egg, when it is fertilized, tadpoles are formed. Okay, then from tadpoles they develop into froglet, and from froglet they develop into a frog, and that frog, if it's a female frog, will again lay the eggs. That is metamorphosis in that. Okay, all right, so let's continue from where we left the previous class. Only you two guys are here.
So,
Yes.
how many questions will be asked in a Viva, and when will others when will I have it?
It's not specified. Usually 4 or 5 questions will be there. Okay, na.
Yes, sir.
uh, whatever chapters you guys are giving as test, from that it will be there. Today only I was informed about this. Even I was not aware of it. Okay, that there will be a
Okay.
Viva. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what were we doing in the previous class?
So
Some
volcano.
natural phenomena. Yeah, we're going to learn about tsunami today.
Yeah, so tsunami.
Okay. So almost the chapter was finished, but this one small topic is left to be discussed. Okay. So let us learn about this. Okay. So first of all, we will be learning about why a tsunami occurs. So there are various reasons. One of the major reason for a tsunami is an earthquake. Okay, na? An earthquake is the main reason which will cause tsunami. What we know about earthquake is that earthquake occurs when two tectonic plates will be colliding. Right now, wherever two tectonic plates will collide into each other, so due to huge displacement of the tectonic plate, earthquake occurs. Right, and tectonic plates are under the oceans also. Right, so when the oceanic plates, right now, basically when the oceanic crust, they will be colliding into each other, when two oceanic plates will be colliding with each other, so thereby it will displace huge volume of water. Huge volume of water will be displaced. Okay, na? And this water will move back. It will move back from its equilibrium position, meaning that right now I'm at a position of equilibrium. Like if I were to be running, I'm not in a state of equilibrium. Getting it? Like whenever there's a huge displacement in the position of a body, it is said to have moved away from its equilibrium. So what happens here? that almost all of the tsunami that we get to see around in the world, they are caused by earthquakes, right? So wherever two tectonic plates would be colliding, wherever two tectonic plates will be colliding into each other, and more specifically, these are the oceanic plates. So the amount of water, the huge volume of water above it will be displaced. It will be displaced, right? So the movement of the plates under the ocean, it can displace the water above it, thereby it will create huge waves of huge size, as you can see here. Okay, now furthermore, there can be some other reasons also, although they are uncommon. Like there can be some landslide under the water also. Usually we get to see landslides on land now, but there can be some underwater landslides also. So that can also trigger a tsunami. Getting it, guys? Huh? Furthermore, let's say if there were to be an asteroid that falls into an ocean, so that can also trigger it. Yes, Chakrika.
So this might be quite off topic or
Mm-hmm.
not really sensible, but as you said that there also might be landslides under the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we usually say that the most of the earth is covered by water, like 70% of our earth is covered by water. But then if we think the earth is actually covered by land because the water under the land, I mean the land under the water is also like a seabed, right? So that means there's more land under the water.
In that terms, we can say that most of the crust of the earth is covered with water. That is basically what it means. Like, if I were to sum it up, what you are saying, that it basically concludes that most of the crust is basically covered with water. Like crust is divided into two parts. You have the continental crust and you have the oceanic crust.
Ocean crust, yes, sir.
Right. So basically, most of the crust is basically oceanic crust. We can say that 71% of crust is basically oceanic crust, and they are covered with water. Okay. Is
So,
that
sir, like,
what? Uh-huh.
so, sir, like, the sea is actually so it's not land that is mostly covered by the earth.
It's not land that is covered by earth. I'm not getting it. Like, rephrase the question, like what you're saying.
So, like, my question is that we usually say that the earth is mostly covered by water.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if we think about it, there's more land under the water, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's more land under the water. Okay, na? There's more land under the water. Like what we were learning about the structure of the earth, that our earth is made out of different plates. It is made out of tectonic plates. Like the crust, it is divided into different fragments. All those fragments are called as tectonic plates, right? So
Yes,
our
sir.
whole earth, the first layer of the earth is basically crust, as we have. Let me switch back to this slide. Yes, Roni, how are you? See, the first layer of the earth, that is covered with crust. Okay. So yes, the whole earth is covered with the crust. Furthermore, we learned that the crust is not a single piece of rock, but it is divided into so many fragments like this. Okay. Now here what we get to see, look at the one that is in sky blue color. Okay, now in the light blue color. All these are the oceanic plates. What are they? They are oceanic plate.
Oceanic plate.
So all these are the oceanic plate. The one that you see in the light blue color, they are oceanic plate. Okay. While the one that you see in the green, that is the continental plate. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
when we use the term land now, mostly it is kind of understood, or by convention, the term land is used for the continental plate and not for the oceanic plate. Okay, but by logic, both of them are part of the same crust. Now, whether we say continental plate or oceanic plate, both of them are part of the same crust. The only difference is that one of them is submerged under the water body. Okay, now one of them is covered with oceans and seas, while the other one is this land here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no, so that is the thing here.
Yes, sir.
Only try to join the class on the given time. Only you guys are there, no? Okay, others haven't joined today. Okay. So there are various reasons why a tsunami can occur. One of the prominent reason for a tsunami is an earthquake. When two giant pieces of tectonic plates, basically oceanic plate, will be colliding into each other. So this will displace huge volume of water above it, because of which waves of huge size is generated. Getting it? Furthermore, if there is some volcanic activity under the ocean, that can also trigger. Let's say that this is this is the bed of the ocean. This is the ocean bed. Let's say that if there is some volcanic eruptions here, if there is some volcanic eruption, so these plates will be displaced from its position. Now pay attention to this one here. Now the plates will be displaced like this. If there's a volcanic eruption, so the plates will be displaced from their original position like these. Getting it, guys? So because of that, also huge volume of water above them will be displaced, and that will also cause a tsunami. Getting it? That is one thing. Many a times, weather can also be the reason for generation of tsunami. Okay, weather can also be a reason of tsunami. So what we have learned so far, that tsunami can be caused due to earthquake, due to volcanic eruptions, due to underwater landslides, and due to weather as well. In this, there will be a series of wave in the water body that will be caused due to displacement of large volume of water. Generally, it happens in an ocean, in a sea. Okay, earthquake, volcanic eruptions, and underwater explosions. If let's say some underwater nuclear explosions are carried out, so that can also lead to a tsunami. So all these things have all these causes carries the potential to generate a tsunami, whether it be volcanic eruption, earthquake, landslide, underwater landslides, or weather, or some nuclear explosions also. Got this? And have a look at this image here. This my screen is stucking.
No, sir.
Okay. So what we are seeing here, see here an earthquake has occurred. So when an earthquake occurs, two plates are colliding here. As you can see here, two plates have collided here. Okay. So generally when two plates collide now, what happens? One plate goes above the another one like this here. Earlier they were like this. Okay. Now they are coming together. Once they collide into each other, the one that is heavier, it sinks down. Let's say that this plate is heavier, so this sinks down, and this plate being lighter, it goes above it. So two plates have collided and one goes above the another one. Okay, so whenever the plates will collide, this is how they collide. So due to this, the water that was above this plate, now it will be displaced. Now its height will increase, waves will form here. Okay, getting it now? So first of all, an event here, that is an earthquake, it is displacing a large volume of water. Then waves moves outward in all the directions at speeds up to 500 meter per hour. Okay, now this speed can vary depending upon the magnitude of the earthquake. Okay, now waves will first of all start to reach the shore. It will start to reach the beaches. So looking at the height of the waves hitting the shore, warnings will be issued. Okay, now, and then as the waves will go towards the shore, its height will increase. You know why the height will increase? Now look at the height of the plate as we go towards the land. Getting it? The height is increasing here. So when the waves reaches the shore, its height increases. Are you guys getting it what I'm trying to say here?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, if there's any question in it, please let me know. The wave's height will be increasing as it will approach towards the shore, because at the shore the thickness of the plate is more. That is the thing. Okay, this was a question related to the previous topic, but Still, we can do this. You guys answer this question. Or give some states in India. Which states in India are more likely to be? By the way, today also there was an earthquake. Some parts of India, some northern parts of India felt earthquake. Did you guys? Huh? There was an
Yes.
earthquake of magnitude 5.8 in near Pakistan, I think, today. And tremors felt in part of northern India, like in Delhi and in some other states. Anyways, so you guys answer this question. List 3 states in India where earthquakes are more likely to strike.
Sir, Assam,
Assam, good.
Uttarakhand,
Okay.
So Jammu and Kashmir.
Jammu Kashmir.
Sir, Meghalaya.
Meghalaya. Meghalaya is not a state.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
Meghalaya. Meghalaya is a state. Sorry, I thought like you were talking about
Sir,
Himalayas.
all these states from Northeast India.
Exactly. All the states in the northeast India, they are more likely to be stricken by the earthquake. Okay, now. So we have different states in India, like Assam. Then you'll be having Nagaland, Uttarakhand. In fact, Punjab and Haryana, they are also Gujarat. That is also more likely to be struck by the strike by the earthquake. Okay, so that is the thing. Jammu Kashmir is also there. Okay, so here we have finished the chapter. From this topic of tsunami, if there's any question, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll be doing some questions. Yes, you guys have understood about tsunami now? So, okay. Also, then what are the preventive measures we take to minimize the damage caused by tsunami? What are the preventive measures we'll be taking care of? Huh? First of all,
So when the tsunami occurs or like before?
before basically, before, like once the tsunami would have reached, the waves would have reached the coastal areas, then it will be impossible or very difficult for us to minimize the damages. Hmm. So, like, first of all, warnings should be issued on time. There should be an early warning system. Okay, now early warning system should be established. That is one thing. Okay.
Or
Further,
getting to higher grounds?
okay, moving towards the higher ground, like if there's a mountain or there's a cliff nearby, people can go there. Good. Also, let's say that if that region lies in a high alert zone, let's say if there's a high risk, there are some zone where tsunamis are most likely to strike, so people should not be inhabited in those areas right now. So we should identify high risk tsunami zones. Okay, now zones, areas which are under which are more prone to be hit by tsunami. Okay. Also, there's a lot of things you guys can add in this, like construction activities should be limited there. Okay, now building structure should be designed in such a manner that they can withstand the force of the tsunami waves. Huh? Getting it, guys?
Staying in water bodies?
And Chakrika,
Staying away from water bodies?
staying away from the water body, like yeah, basically staying away from the waves. Okay, now when the warning will be issued, then people should not go near the waves. Okay, that is one thing. Furthermore, like the government should also be very active in response. Okay, people should also be made aware. So public awareness is important. Like whenever there's the sign of the tsunami is there, so what are the sudden measures people should be taking? Okay, now how people are going to retreat? Getting it? So those are the things one should take care of in order to minimize the damage. That is one thing. Okay, let's do the questions then. Hmm.
Sir, can you zoom it?
Okay, sure. By the way, Roni and Chakrika, today will you guys be available for the extra class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Roni, what about you? You can answer, type in the chat box. Although I will recommend try to be available today, it's like we have been postponing or for a week now. Yeah, guys, answer these all these questions in the chat box, or should I assign it to you guys? Let's do one thing. I'm going to assign it to all of you. Okay, in that manner, we'll be able to complete it quickly. So the first and the third one, Chakrika, you will be answering. Okay. Then the second and the fourth one, Gauri, you are going to answer. Fifth and seventh one, who's left? Roni, you are going to answer. And the sixth one, anyone can answer. Okay,
Sir,
correct, Chakrika. Yes.
so we should like answer in chat box or
In the
in
class, you can answer in the class.
Okay, sir. So, sir, answer of second one is C, copper wire.
Good.
And for fourth one, it's also C.
Very good. In fact, these questions I think we have done already in the class. Some of the questions. Yes, Chakrika, for the third one you're answering. That is obvious. Yes, Roni, you are only
The
left.
first one is charged.
Yeah, the first one is charged. That is correct. Yeah, I saw that. That is correct.
Yes.
Okay, Roni, you have answer for the fifth one as lightning. Which of the following is not likely to cause tsunami? Of course, lightning will be not causing it. Okay. And for the sixth one, you have answered the Earth's plate responsible for causing earthquake is mantle. Correct. Consider the list of okay. Question number 7, that is incomplete. You have to follow up from here. Okay. Now, question number 8 and 10. Okay, I have one question for you guys. Apart from this chapter, okay, no issue, but you have answered it correctly, Roni. I have one question for all of you. Suppose that if a giant asteroid were to come towards the Earth, if it were to enter into the orbit of the Earth and starts to fall towards the Earth, do we have such mechanisms to stop it, to change its course, to change its path?
Yes, sir.
My question was, let's say that if an asteroid were to fall towards the Earth, an Earth asteroid of significant size, although most of the asteroids, when they will enter into the atmosphere, so due to the friction, their size will become smaller and they will burn up in the atmosphere. Okay, like meteorites usually fall. Okay, now meteorites usually fall and they basically burn up in the atmosphere. But let's say if there's an asteroid of significant size, if it were to fall towards the Earth's surface, so does NASA or any other space agencies like Indian Space of Research Organization, ISRO, do we have such mechanisms developed in order to stop it from coming to the Earth's surface? Or can we change its trajectory? Can we change its direction to some can we change its direction?
So maybe using the other planets help, like if it already hits the Earth, then I'm not sure.
Okay, see, let me answer. Like recently we scientists have like there was a satellite by the name of Drift. So there's a satellite by the name of Drift, and last year I think this there was an asteroid that was coming towards the Earth's surface. It was not that much big, but scientists basically crashed that satellite by the name of Drift. This Drift named satellite was especially designed to be crashed into an asteroid. So this crashed into the asteroid and changed its path. Okay, now so now that has been possible. Now it is possible that in fact in future, if there were to be some bigger asteroids that were to come towards the Earth, we would be now prepared in order to stop it coming from the Earth by changing its direction. Let's say that this is an asteroid that falls towards the Earth, so we will launch a satellite into the space. It will get hit into it and its direction will be changed to some other direction. Anyways, we discussed this topic because it was in the case of tsunami. Like tsunami can be triggered due to some outer space activities also. Like if there were to be some asteroid or uh, m- some asteroid that, let's say, falls on the ocean, so that can also trigger tsunami. That's why I thought we should discuss this. So the name of this satellite was Drift. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. Roni, Chakrika, and Gauri. By the way, question number 7, Roni were required to do this one as well. So see the list of terms given here: seismic zone, fault zone, mantle, and inner core. Okay. Now the follow-up question is: the boundaries of the Earth's place are known as. The boundaries of the Earth plate are known as what? Okay, in fact, okay, you guys can also answer this one. Okay. The boundaries of the Earth's place, what do we know them as?
So can you go on like um another slide? Yeah,
This one?
yeah. Now,
By
sir,
the
can you go back?
yes.
Can you go back? Yeah.
Haha. What about others? Shakrika and Roni? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to this slide here. What did we learn about these? We did learn about these now. Where the two plates will be meeting, that is the boundary of the plate. So they are called a seismic zone or fault zone, right? Getting it
Yes.
now. So wherever the boundary, wherever the two plates will meet, so that will be called as a seismic or a fault zone. So that is what the question was asking now. Seismic zone and fault zone, both the terms will be used wherever two plates will be meeting. Okay. So the correct answer is first and second. Okay. Option number A. Okay, now answer the next questions quickly. And also, all of you turn your cameras on in the class.
Sir, answer of 10th is A.
Or 10th is A.
Yes.
Hmm. Yes, that is correct. Good. So earthquake, it can cause tsunami and landslide and flood also. Good. Question number 9 is saying major earthquakes are less likely to occur in. Okay. So where is it less likely to occur? Like in Northeast India, it is more likely to occur. So what about run of Kutch? You guys know where is run of Kutch in India?
No, sir.
It's in Gujarat. You guys look at this diagram here.
So,
Yes.
so would that be Orissa or
Just 1 minute. Let me just clarify where is Kutch of India. I will be getting back to you. Okay.
yes, sir, yes, yes, sir.
This is where run of Kutch is in Gujarat. Okay, now run of Kutch, it's in Gujarat. By the way, in geography, you'll be learning about in detail. Okay, so it's a the run of Kutch is basically kind of a like how do we it's basically a kind of a large area that will be in the western part of the Gujarat. Okay, mostly in the Kutch district of Gujarat, mostly in the Kutch district of Gujarat. So that's why this is called as run of Kutch, run of Kutch. But it is likely to be struck by earthquake because Gujarat lies in the seismic zone. It lies in the earthquake zone. Okay. Okay. Then looking at some other options like you have Rajasthan is also more likely. Run of Kutch. The only option is, as you were saying about the Odisha, right? Yes, Chakrika. So Odisha, it is less likely to be struck by the earthquake. Okay.
Yes, sir.
By the major earthquake. Okay. Yes, Roni, what about question number 8? Have you answered it? Okay, okay. Just answer the question number 8. Okay, now you guys move on to question number 11. So option number statement A says that earthquake occurs all the time all over the world. Is the statement true or false?
True.
True. Correct. The plates of outermost layer of earth are always in continuous movement. The plates of crust. Yeah, in fact, it is true. Okay, now Roni and Chakrika, you guys also answered this. Tremors on Earth can also be caused by the eruption of a volcano.
So tremors and
Tremors means vibrations. Okay, no? Vibrations that are caused due to the movement of
so
the
true.
plates. That is true. Okay. The process of electric discharge cannot occur between cloud and the earth. Is that true or false?
False.
False, no? Everyone? Correct. And bathing outdoors should be avoided during thunderstorm. One should not take a bath
True, sir.
outdoors. That is obviously true. Okay, now is it possible to predict the occurrence of an earthquake? Hmm? Is it
It is
possible to predict earthquake? Mhm. Are you
No,
guessing
sir.
yes or no? No, actually. Okay, now yes, Salif. Where have you been?
Sir, I have extra class in my school.
Okay, okay. So scientists like yet we haven't been able to predict. Okay, in future we might be able to predict earthquake, but right now scientists haven't been able to predict the earthquake. Okay, now, but they can uh, tell the probability or the likelihood of occurring in a specific area. Okay, now over a certain period of time, they can predict the likelihood of occurring, but they can't predict it accurately. Okay, now we haven't been able to predict it properly. Okay, so there are various reasons for it. Okay, now there are various reasons for it. So many, it's a very complex method. So thereby, it hasn't been very easy. Okay, question number 13 says that if a charged plastic straw is brought near another uncharged plastic straw, what will happen?
Sir, can you say it again?
Yes, the question here, now read the question number 13. If a charged plastic straw is brought near another uncharged plastic straw, what will happen? A simple question.
Sir, if the plastic straw, two plastic straw rub, only another plastic straw will get charged.
Will get charged.
Like transferred that charged plastic straw to uncharged plastic.
Okay, what about others? Yes. Okay, Roni, you have answered this like mantle is the layer that is below the crust, crust is the first layer. Huh, that is correct. Good. Yes, what about others? Like we have taken a plastic straw that is charged, another one is uncharged. When you will be bringing it near to the uncharged one, both of them will be simply attracting each other. Attraction will take place, as simple as that. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to assign the questions. Okay. Question number 14, Gauri will be answering. Question number 15, Aleph. Question number 16, Chakrika. And this one will be answered by Roni. And the last one, anyone can answer. Yes. All of you start quickly. After this, the time that will be left now will be revising the previous chapters, taking up some questions from the previous chapters.
Sir, can I tell?
Yeah, sure. Start.
Sir, it will attract each other.
Which answer you are? Which question you are answering?
15.
Okay. Plastic straw and beer rubbed with dry cotton cloth. What will happen if they're brought near each other? You are saying they will attract.
Yes, sir.
No, they will not be attract. The reason is that can anyone tell me why it is wrong? Why the answer is wrong? Yes. See, both the plastic straw A and B have been rubbed with the same cloth. So both of them will be acquiring the same charge. Getting it what I'm trying to say? When two plastic straw A and B is being rubbed with the same cloth, so they acquire same charge, no? That's why they will be now repelling each other. Getting it now? Because the basic principle of charge interaction tells us that opposite charges will be attracting while same charges will be repelling. All of you understood this?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Uh-huh. Okay, answer the next question. Gauri.
Sir,
Okay.
I don't understand this question.
Which one you were 14 one, no?
Yeah.
Okay, just let me look at the answer of Roni. No, there won't be any lightning because charge separation cannot take place in conductors. The question number 17 is, if air and cloud were good conductors of electricity. If air and cloud were good conductors of electricity, do you think lightning could occur? Explain.
So,
Very good, Roni. That is correct, in fact. Yes, just 1 minute, Chakrika. Yes, Gauri, let me just explain this question number 14. All of you pay attention to question number 14. The aluminum strips taken in this it is there in this electroscope. In place of gold leaf, you have aluminum strips here. Okay. Now let's say if it were to be replaced by plastic strips and a charged body is brought in contact with a metal clip, then what will happen? The question is saying that simply you have replaced the aluminum strips with plastic strips in an electroscope. So if you are going to bring down like a charge body in contact to this metal tip, what will happen? Hmm? First of all, we have to consider the property here. The given material, is it charged? Like, is it a conductor or an insulator? We have replaced the aluminum with the plastic. Yes. Understood the question, or do I need to answer this, or will you be completing this? No. Yes, Gauri, you understood the question, no?
No, sir.
Not getting it. Like the thing you asked here, like these were the aluminum strips. These were made out of aluminum. Now what we have done, we have replaced it with some plastic. So now when you bring a charged body in contact to the metal strip here, so will they show any movement? Like, will they diverge? Will they attract? Any movement will take place or not?
No.
No. Why? Because plastic is
Bad conductor.
it's an insulator. It's a very bad conductor. That's the reason. Okay. Yes, Chakrika, you were saying something.
so like it was just on like the building.
Repeat again.
Sir, in my question it says that during the construction of a building, the lightning conductor was left hanging in the air.
It was left hanging in the
Like,
air by mistake.
yes, sir, like was
Okay, like what does it mean?
yes, sir.
Okay, like left hanging in the air, it means that it was not properly fixed into the building. That's why it means here. Okay, no?
Yes, sir. So, sir, I don't think the lightning conductor would still be effective because when lightning strikes, it needs a pathway to go into. Usually, it goes under the ground, sir, which is like much less of a conductor. So it wouldn't strike any possibilities of you know um, striking possibilities of any damage or cause. But if it was left hanging, it
Chikrika, you are on mute. See,
which would increase the risk of lightning striking the building and damaging the building, which would start a fire.
damage in the building. That is more appropriate to say. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
although the lightning will be striking that conductor, since it will be still offering a short pathway for the lightning, but since it is loosely hung, it is not properly fixed into the building, so thereby the building might get damaged. There are high chance the building will get damaged because of that. Okay, now because the charges, instead of being passed into the ground, it will be in the building and the building will be damaged. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now question number 18, it says identify the lightning conductor and the copper plate in this. So this is A here, this is, let me just erase this. This is A and this is B. So which one of them is the copper plate? Which one is the lightning conductor? Very simple. Yes.
A lightning conductor
And the B is
or copper plate.
copper plate. Good. Okay, we have finished this chapter. There were some more questions which you are going to take up. Okay. So you guys would like to do some more questions? Okay, let's do some more questions. Or or also, like, we have some time left. We have enough time left. If you guys just let me see, there's some important message from the team. If you guys would like to discuss some questions from the previous chapters, you guys can tell me.
So can I have 2 minutes to check?
Sure. Meanwhile, you guys, others also tell me if there's any particular topic which you guys would like to revisit. Here we have Roni, you have shared your syllabus with the team or not? Like, have you got your syllabus? Do let me know in the chat box. Like, have you been updated with the syllabus from your school side? Okay, you have shared it. Okay, just let me go
Sir,
through it.
I shared it.
Okay, Aleph, you also have shared it, no? So at this point, the syllabus of all of you have been finished. Just let me kindly confirm the Roni syllabus. Okay, just let me confirm his syllabus, and you guys start answering these questions also. For others, like Gauri and others, start answering this question. I'm going to give some particular questions. Like, there are some repeated questions here also. Okay. Just 1 minute. You guys start answering from this side, from this page. Just let me go through the syllabus of Rhonium. Okay, Roni, I'd like to know this thing from you. You had continued in the batch while the chapter, when you joined, I think the chapter reproduction was going on, I believe, if I'm not wrong. You
Yes, sir.
have you have the chapter crop production and management that is left, the microbial world, and right now after this we'll be having the class for the metals and non-metals. Others start answering the questions in the chat box. Okay, don't sit idle. Okay, others, Aleph, Gauri, and Chakrika, answer the questions in the chat box. And Roni, do let me know, like, out of the 6 chapters, that is crop production and management, the microbial world, metals and non-metals. Sorry, not about that one, since for that you will be having a class right now. And for the chapter coal and petrol, force and pressure, and then friction. Which are the chapters for which are there any chapters for which you'd like to have some extra class? If there's any chapter for which you think you need some extra class, because your exam is on 18th of September, so it will be difficult for us to complete those chapters which you haven't studied from me. But if there's any 1, 2, or let's say 3 chapters which you would like to have a class for, if you'd like to have class for those chapters, please let me know in the chat box. No? Okay, that's good then. Okay, for question number 1, what you guys have answered?
Sir, can I tell?
No, answer in the chat box.
I answered, sir.
That is correct, everyone. Okay, Chakrika, Gauri, and Alif, your answers are correct. For the second one, what you have answered? Roni also started answering these questions. Now continue from this.
Sir, what's the first one's answer?
First one's answer is option number A. Ebonite rod
Okay,
gets
sir.
negatively charged while the fur is positively charged. But the second one, Chakrika, the question says during the thunderstorm, what moves upward while what is going downward? Look at your answer once again. Gauri, your answer is correct for the second one. Like we have learned, due to the movement of the hot air and the water droplets, there's separation of charge in the atmosphere. Okay. So which moves upward, which moves downward, that you guys have to tell me. And the question number 3, that is also very easy.
So now is it correct?
No,
Sir, it's not.
it's not. Like as I was saying, like there will be movement of air currents and water droplets. So right now in the discussion, charge was not taken. Like during the thunderstorm, what happens here? Basically, thunderstorm, that time what happens? The hot air would be moving up and the water droplets would be moving down. No? So they were, it's option number C. Air currents, basically it has warm air in it. So warm air moves up while water droplets move down. Because of that, charges are separated and that leads to lightning. Getting it, Chakrika?
Yes, sir. Sir, it's basically like convection, right?
Convection, like we can say that. We can
Yes,
say
sir.
that. Mhm. For the third one, Gauri, you have answered. Yeah, that is correct, Gauri. Very good. Everyone answer question number 3. Also, you guys answer this thing to me also. This is charge A, this is charge B, and this is the ground, and this is charge number C. What is the nature of these charges? Will this charge A be positive? Will it B be negative, or will it be positive? What about C? Yes, Alif, that is correct for the third one. Good.
Sir, what is the fourth question?
Okay, for the fourth question was now, Chakrika, no, Chakrika, read the question once again and go through the option. That is not correct. Okay. Meanwhile, all of you just take a pause and answer this question. Like whenever there's a lightning, so there's a separation of charge that takes place in the cloud now. Upper part of the cloud will acquire a different charge. The lower part acquires different charge, and the ground also gets accumulated with some charge. So you guys tell me, the ground always gets accumulated with the positive or the negative charge? Yes?
Sir, negative.
No,
Positive.
it's positive now. Okay. Then the lower part of the cloud is accumulated with
Negative.
negative. Okay. And obviously the upper part gets accumulated with the positive charge. Okay. And for the third one, see what happens in the case of lightning, that there will be discharge, a huge discharge takes place here. So this negative charge from the cloud comes in contact with the positive charge on the cloud. So these are two unlike charges now. So unlike charges are meeting here. Getting it, everyone? So that's the thing. Okay, answer these questions also. Why is earthing done in the buildings? Yes. A very simple answer to this question. Yes, that is correct. Yes, Gauri, for the fourth and fifth, your answers are correct. Yes, Chakrika, for the fourth one, your answer is correct. Alif, Roni, you guys are taking too much of time. By the way, your half yearly exams would be of 2 hours or like 1.5 hour, or like how much time is allotted to you guys?
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay, what about others?
So 2.5.
2.5 hours. Okay. Yes, Chakrika, your answers are correct. Good. Roni, you don't need to type the whole option, just write down the option number. So for the fifth one, that is option number C. Okay. So here we have finished the chapter. As I was saying that if you guys have any questions from any previous topics, please let me know. Otherwise, I will be asking some questions from previous chapters.
So we have stopped adolescence chapter in the middle, right?
Yeah, thanks for reminding that. Okay, in fact, I have noted it down. So that chapter we will be continuing. From the next class, we'll be continuing that. Okay, no?
So
Like
sir, no, you won't take any doubts on that chapter?
from that chapter, doubts
Yes, sir.
from right now.
Oh, yes, I'm just asking.
Sure, we can take doubts from the chapter also, from that chapter also. If you have any doubt, please let me know.
Okay, sir, can you explain the adrenaline glands?
Adrenaline glands.
Yes, sir, adrenal.
Adrenal
Yeah, yes,
glands.
sir.
Okay,
Adrenal gland.
okay, sure. Okay, for that purpose, just let me take an image of a kidney. Okay, because it is above the kidney where those glands are present mostly. Okay, so talking about the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland, like most of you would be aware of this emergency hormone called as adrenaline. Let's say that as a child, sometime like you might have been chased by, let's say, like there's a kid who is chased by a dog, let's say, who is being chased by a dog. So at that time, the child will run very fast, and usually he will be running very fast. Normally, he might not be running that fast, but at that time, when he is being chased by a dog, so he will run too fast. Why? Because at that time, there's a gland in our body called as adrenal gland that is present above the kidney, and that gland secretes a hormone called as adrenaline, which is also called as the emergency hormone. Okay, so it provides us with lots of energy at that time. Okay, and thereby the person is able to walk very fast, the child is able to walk very fast. Okay, so it produces the hormone called as adrenaline. There are some other hormones also produced by it, but the main hormone produced by the adrenal gland is adrenaline. Okay, and this hormone will also control our heart rate. It will also control different functions of the body, and this will be present on top of both the kidney. It will be present on top of both the kidney. So that is the adrenal gland. Getting it, guys? I think most of you should be aware of what are glands. You guys understand, like what is gland? If
Yes, sir.
not, please let me know. Huh? Like talking about the glands now, glands in the human body or in general, they are some special tissues and their main functions are to produce some hormones, some special fluid that will be kind of acting as a catalyst. Okay, like they will be performing different functions in our body. They act as chemical messengers. Like so far in the chapter, reproduction, we had learned about ovaries and testes. What are they? They are also basically glands. Ovaries and testes, they are also example of glands. What is their primary function? Their primary functions were to produce male and female sex cells, right? Then we have some other glands like pituitary gland that is located in our brain, and the function of the pituitary gland is to produce growth hormone. Okay, getting it, guys? And you get to see that some people would be some people would be unusually very tall, very gigantic. Some would be very short and will be suffering from dwarfism. So it is because of the unusual secretion by the pituitary gland. If too much of growth hormone is secreted, the person suffers from gigantism. If less amount of growth hormone is secreted, person suffers from dwarfism. Getting it now? So that is the thing. Gland is basically kind of kind of an organ that will be producing substances like hormones. It will also produce digestive juices. They also produce sweat, tears, saliva, in fact, milk also. So that is what the glands are. That is their main function is to release these substances. Like it could be some hormone, it could be some digestive juices. Like in the case of digestive juices, you would be aware of mucus, pepsin, hydrochloric acids. So they are also secreted by some glands. Getting it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Then you have saliva. Saliva is secreted by the salivary gland that is present in our mouth. Milk is produced by the mammary gland. Sweat is produced by the sweat gland. Okay, so that is what glands are, and this adrenal gland is one of them. The primary function of the adrenal gland is to produce hormones like adrenaline, and uh, adrenaline will give us energy. Okay, now adrenal gives us energy. Also, adrenaline hormone has some other functions also, like it controls the blood pressure as well. It controls the blood pressure as well. Getting it now? Like if the blood pressure is high, it will help in lowering down the blood pressure. Okay, it will also kind of manage our metabolism also. It also helps in regulating the immune system of the body. Okay, now furthermore, it is also important to regulate the amount of water in our blood and the presence of salt in our blood. Got this? So the proper functioning of this adrenal gland is very important. If adrenal glands are not if they are damaged, so they will not produce the adrenaline hormone properly, so thereby our blood pressures will be disrupted. The content of water and salt in our blood might decrease. Getting it, guys? So the thing is that like organs and the glands, all of them work in a synchronization to keep our body functioning. Okay, and all of them are kind of interconnected to keep the person alive. Getting it, Chakrika?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no.
Also, what is aldosterone?
What is?
I'm not sure how to spell it, but I think it's Aldostone.
You're talking about
Aldosterone?
endosperm.
No, sir. It's also another hormone, I think, produced by the adrenaline gland.
Just spell it. Just tell me the spelling.
I'm not sure, but I think it's Aldosterone.
Terone.
Yes, sir.
Andosterone you're talking about.
Sir. Aldosterone.
Al you are saying.
Yes, sir.
I have heard of like androsterone is something like it's a compound. Like aldosterone, will have to look into it. Not sure of it. Okay, now aldosterone, like which organ is responsible for producing this? Is it the pancreas or is it some other organ?
Sir, it is the adrenaline gland. It's a part of it is also no hormone
Okay,
secreted by that gland.
okay. Actually, you're talking referring to the structure of the adrenal gland. It's the outer part of the adrenal gland, I think. Okay, no, it's one of the layer of the adrenal gland. Okay, and it also helps in like it also helps in maintaining the content of some minerals in our body. Like it maintains the amount of potassium in our body, keeps the regulates the amount of sodium in our body, apart from regulating the amount of water and salt in our body. Okay, now I
Yes, sir.
think it is related to that also. So
Yes,
in
yes,
some manner it will be regulating our blood pressure also. Okay, no.
yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes,
So in some manner this will be regulating the blood pressure also. So it has this function similar, like some of the function of this aldosterone will be similar to that of the adrenaline hormone. Okay.
yes, sir.
Mhm. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so others can leave. Chakrika, you will be staying. Let me drop a reminder. Like Roni is not there in the class, so just let me drop a reminder for him. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just give me a moment. Let me make a call.